Alrighty-roo, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of today's winners matchup. Right now, Bob sitting pretty at 1-0 over Gamers2 here in the Hitbox Stormgrounds number 2. Now, I did speak a little bit earlier about Pushek waiting in the finals. Actually misspoke about that one because I had to leave a little early yesterday. Turns out we didn't play the winners match. So that's actually going to be happening in the next few moments, and that's going to be kind of running concurrently to us here. So if we get updates on that, we'll let you know. But it's Pushek up against Virtus Pro. The winner of that will face the winner of this on Thursday for the chance at $1,000 for the first place, and of course the bragging rights to say that you are the king of the Stormgrounds. But that aside, we have game number 2 ready to go. Bob up 1-0, and this draft is absolutely flying. First pick, first ban, going over to Gamers2, and they say no dice to Leoric, who and Bob once more just showing their elfism and saying no deal to Kael'thas. That is 4 games out of 4 today. Bob has banned Kael'thas. I wonder why the hate. Why the hate, Bob? I don't know. Either way, Gamers2 then first pick. They're going to be very happy to pick up the Zeratul. And then Jaina, Zagara, Leoric's already out. Those are kind of the big power picks right now between the 4. And now Johanna coming into it here for Gamers2. They aren't going to get a Jaina to go with it, so I'm curious if an Azmodan is being threatened or if Gamers2 is trying to bait Bob into an Azmodan ban. Either way, they have one more pick here, and typically this is where we put our support. And if I had to choose a support, Gamers2 with a Zeratul Johanna, probably an Uther. It's not an Uther, it's a Malfurion. If they take a Rhaegar, well, I'll be a little surprised about that one, to be honest. But yeah, this is usually where we do actually see those support picks from these guys. They don't ever want to kind of get stuck with the wrong support. And remember, Bob is going to get a ban, Gamers is going to get a ban, and then Bob will have 2 more picks. So there's a lot. There's 4 possible heroes to be taken out of their grasp after this pick. So Gamers2 really thinking about it. They're going to be jumping down into their pool time, and there's the Malfurion. Gotta be safe about that one. So Malfurion, Johanna, they're probably... Well, if I see a Malfurion Johanna and only a Zeratul, I'm thinking they're going to try to threaten the double tank. The problem is if they go double tank and Zeratul, there's only 1 slot left for range damage, and Jaina's out, Kael'thas is out, Zagar is out. That would probably lead us into like a Nazebo. Clearly that didn't work last time, so I'm a little curious if Gamers2 will actually show us a single tank with that Johanna build. If it's going to be that, then we have 2 slots for ranged DPS, or even a ranged bruiser like Tyrande or Tassadar. But you don't really get to see them much these days, at least on the European side of things, or even if you want to get more specific, the Stormgrounds side of things. But Bob, they got a ban ready to go. Probably going to be on a DPS or a second tank. There's no reason to kind of be banning out the Malfurion. Could they actually bite and say no Azmodan? Could we be threatening an Azmodan from Gamers2? It's entirely possible. Moonburn, Johanna with the Knight Takes Pawn, Taste for Blood. It's a pretty good stacking strategy, especially since Johanna will bring everything in. You Moonburn them, and you're donezo. But Bob's saying not afraid. Wonder if Bob's actually curious to run it themselves, but they're not afraid, as is. Nazebo will be the ban. Now Gamers2, they get to think, what do we want to ban out of Bob? Leoric's already out, Johanna's already picked. If I had to guess, probably going to be another tank. Is that either going to be a tank or an Uther? Leaving Bob to run Rhaegar. No Divine Shields there. Will be the Mirrodin, will be the Nubarak. We've seen bans on both. I think it was Gamers2. No, it was definitely Bob in our first game that actually had like the Johanna pick, Leoric ban, and then the Nubarak ban. Curious to see if Gamers2 is going to follow suit with that kind of logic. Trying to take out as many... Yeah, and it is. Johanna, Leoric, Mirrodin will be the current amount of warriors that Bob cannot choose. So if Bob want to run a double, a Nubarak Tyrael used to be the dream team, and it's kind of... really the only thing that comes to mind here. You could go for an Arthas. We've seen a Stitches today. A Stitches of all things. Would you believe? So if it is going to be a double warrior for the back of Jaina and Zagara, we're likely to be going into, leaving the support for last. Could be an Uther, could be a Rhaegar. Like, not entirely too sure there's going to be a huge preference on one of those. Probably, if I had to guess, Bob is going to prioritize an Uther. Because that way, if Zeratul jumps anyone and it's not Jaina, or it's Jaina before level 13, you'll have that shield to kind of alleviate the pressure. There's the Tyrael. Will this be a Nubarak? Will this be Uther? It will be the Uther. All right, Bob setting themselves up for that last pick of Nubarak or that last pick other damage. Likely not to see a Tassa or a Tyrande, but you never know with Bob. They're in fantastic form. They could actually throw a little bit of wackiness there. Gamers2, what do they want to do? If they want to go double tank, this is where you take the Nubarak, right here. But again, a double tank Zeratul, I'm not entirely too sure will be enough because the kiting potential of Jaina with that Frost Magic and Zagara with the Maw, with the Banelings, it's too great. So has Gamers2 really shot themselves in the foot here? And who will they go for damage? Nazeebo's out, the mages are out, Zagara is already chosen. That would leave us with what? Sylvanas. We've seen Falstad now a few times. Especially if Bob's threatening a double tank, you're probably going to see a Vala Falstad. If Sylvanas is chosen, it's a little curious as a choice. Because I'm not entirely too sure you're going to see a ton of value out of her. She can't deal with bigger tanks. There's the Vala. And there's the Sylvanas. Alright, it's not going to be the Falstad. I don't think Sylvanas can really match the pushing potential of this team. And when it comes to fights, I don't think it's going to be there. You're going to have to land a really good Wailing Arrow, I think, in order to make this happen. So Bob, what is Bob going to be threatening? Tassadar, a Nubarak, a melee DPS. Illidan's still ready to go. Not sure we'll see it, but it's still ready to go. Butcher has been seen nowhere in any of these drafts. Kerrigan, nowhere in any of these drafts. Last pick, 52 seconds to figure it out. Will Bob go with the Dream Team, the Dream Initiation Team? It is only the single tank Johanna. Double tank, especially with the Burning Rage, Zeratul's not going to have a fun time jumping into that stuff. You're going to need like that instant stun as quick as you can, and the Nubarak's really the only one left here to do it. Could be an ETC for some global pressure. ETC with the Power Slide, the Face Melt, I mean that's a lot of CC ready to go. And he can be off into a lane, get the stage dive, come down into a fight. It's very old school, because could definitely work. I'm not expecting to see it in the next 15 seconds, but it's definitely there. Bob is choosing everything that they can. Arthas for the zone control. The double ice magics. Nope, it will be the Nubarak that we all kind of expected at that point anyways. Well, Bob, they were flipping through the possibilities, but by the end of it all, it is the Tyrael Nubarak Dream Team, Uther for the shield, to see what they can do up against that, to mitigate that Zeratul. And now, so much zoning with not only Jaina, but Zagara. Bob is looking phenomenal. Gamers2 have a lot of damage to bring to the table. Vala, if I had to guess, is either going Hungering Arrow build or Auto Attack build. We saw a lot of Auto Attack build yesterday. Sylvanas, I'm not entirely too sure how she's really going to fit into this one. I mean, maybe a Remorseless. You go Remorseless at level 7, in Venom with the Winds at level 1. Fighting Sylvanas just doesn't seem like it really gets a lot of value out of this one. Especially if she gets jumped. If she gets jumped, like her escape is delayed just like that of a Leoric. So I fear a little bit for her. Zeratul is not going to have a fun time. His job is to get into the back with Zagara, with Jaina. And it's going to be a tall order to fill, my friends. All right, so we're going to be getting this one going, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0 for Bob as they come in with a strong draft. We're going to have to see if Gamers2 can put a point on the board and take this to game number 3. Otherwise, they are going to be dropping out, and the winner of this will move on to the finals to face off against the winners of Virtus Pro and Puchek, which I believe they're going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen, Cursed Hollow, and Dragonshire. Virtus Pro picking the first map of Tomb. We'll keep you with any updates if that does kind of conclude in the space it takes for this one. You never know. Gamers2 could actually come out swinging on this one with a little bit of shock tactics, but we'll have to see if that will come to pass. Just very quickly, guys, we are doing a giveaway, Steel Series. Tweet us with your Hitbox username with the hashtag Stormgrounds in your tweet, and you can join the giveaway for a mouse or a key or a mouse pad, all courtesy of Steel Series. So get that going while you introduce these teams, because on the left-hand side, once more into the fray, it's going to be Gamers2, Yahweh, Backcheck, Leo from Korea, Saichu, and into the bottom lane, Nicker. On the flip side, though, Ethereal Angel, Snitch, 80 RD, Zarmany and Bakery are going to be making up the powerhouse team of Team Bob. Now they're going to be rushing to see who will die for the eye. Looks like it will be a Hungering Arrow build from Vala. It's not going to be very interested in that Hungering Arrow, or sorry, in that auto attack builds that we saw yesterday. Manticore, Hatred, Giant Killer, that kind of stuff. It is a good duelist build, and if Nicker is expecting to go up against Zagara bottom, which he probably should be because here comes ADRD, then the Hungering Arrow build, if you can get off enough shots without any kind of, creeps around, like right there, immediately. Nicker hit ADRD, who immediately summoned out that Hydra, and the last shot went to the Hydra. It's going to be hard for Nicker to try to get ADRD by himself, but at the same time, he has multi-shot, and with his Q build, he should be able to duel, well, not necessarily fine, but well enough. The 3-man roam into the bottom. Saichu and Yaoi just coming out to say hi. They are going to find Zarmany now into the mid, and I wonder if they're just going to continue ping-ponging back and forth. An interesting roaming strategy from Yaoi, but what does he have at level 1? Regeneration Master. So if he keeps ping-ponging between the lanes and getting those orbs, yeah, he'll be in a good spot. The problem is that since we have 3 into the bottom lane areas, Bob into the top actually has their powerhouse tri-lane. Ethereal Angel, Bakery, and Snitch are really starting to put some good work up against Leo from Korea and backcheck. With that Sylvanas, I mean, they are able to stop a lot of the creep waves, but already about half that ammo done from the tower. And now that we have our temple spawning top, we actually did have a big rush up to it from Bob, but the 3-man to match the 3-man here, and it looks like blue will actually predominate this top temple. You got Yaoi now trying to take as many shots as he can into the mid. That's going to have to force Zarmany to come back up to here, and he will. He got a few shots out of it. All right. Yaoi somehow going right through Ethereal Angel and Bakery. Sneaky, sneaky. Top temple, about a quarter of the shots left. Saichu is going to get it basically undisturbed at this point as Bob very much on the back foot. Nobody bought him to stop out ADRD. We're going to see a big level swing, or at least experience swing, going the way here of ADRD and crew. So if Bob, they gave out that top, nobody at all is on that mid, even though all of the things have spawned. Could it actually be a quick takedown on top of Snitch? It's not. He got envenomed by the Sylvanas, but it wasn't enough for a takedown. But with so much pressure between mid here from Gamers2, they're losing out this bottom lane. ADRD is getting so much value push. He's already gotten one tower. Here comes Yaoi trying to just do what he can. Vala is going to be actually rotating there to mid, but now he's going to go back here to the fray. This middle temple is now going to be the big spawn area. 4 on 4 is going to be the name of the game. Zarmany down already half, though. Bakery at half mana. And I think the rest of the shots, majority of the shots, I should say, actually did go over to Gamers2. So they not only cleared out the gate into the top and got some fort damage, they clear out the gates mid, and that puts them ahead in experience, despite the best efforts here of Zagara bottom. Getting both temples is actually a little unprecedented, especially in such a manner that Gamers2 was able to do. Level 7s will be coming in here momentarily. Jaina actually opting once more for the Arcane Intellect. Europe actually seems to be very, very much in love with that talent. You barely ever see it here on North America. ADRD bottom's just going to get shoved off. Saichu, backcheck. You got these Stone Bros ready to go. That's going to be putting up some big counter pressure up against ADRD. It is raining really hard here, ladies and gentlemen, so if you see me go rip, I do apologize, and it's not intentional. Just telling you that. Snitch into the top. Looks like he's going to be holding down the lane against Leo. Both towers are actually missing into that top lane there. But it's the bottom lane gank. We got the unstoppable Johanna, Zarmany, and ADRD in pursuit. Ethereal Angel back there as well. Bakery, they're making a big sandwich, and Yaoi has to try to blink out of it. ADRD is now going to be a big target at Saichu once more. Going unstoppable, just trying to get out of dodge. Lots of damage. The stuns. Is that enough? It is. And Vala is going to drop just north of that as well. Looking for the cleanup and the triple. But Zarmany didn't throw the sword over the wall. He doesn't provide the vision. Could have been actually a nice quad there as well. But a great collapse from Bob. They're able to put the first 2 kills on the board. And not only that, they are able to just go right back here to these Stone Bros. One of them already kneeling. Second one, patiently awaiting, but I guess it's not a big priority. Fair enough. Now the kills took us a little bit out of the comfort zone. Back up to these bruisers. Both sides going for him. Backcheck and Yahweh. Zarmini and Ethereal Angel. That's going to be a very light presence down south as 80 Artie. I mean, he set up a lot of creep down here. But the temples are spawning and nobody's going for it. You can even see Leo from Korea still into that top lane, trying to clear as much as he can. Because they need that level 9. We're still trailing in experience. Gamers2 not going to be winning, at least at this pace, the race to the heroics. As we have about a half-level lead on him here from Team Bob. Nobody still on that temple, but you can see them all trickling in. Zarmini now going to be here. Unstoppable once more, going to get popped from Saichu. He's still dropping, and he is going to fall. The stun at the end of it all with the Blizzard from Snitch. It's not even going to be a contest, it seems, from Gamers2. They're just going to try to push as much as they can top. They got the power of Sylvanas, and they have these bruisers. They cleared up the counter bruisers. You can see now the rotation. Snitch and crew going to look to defend top. They have those heroics. Got them all. Divine Shield. The web wrap coming out. You can see it. I think that's on the Uther. And the Uther is... no, it's not the Uther. It's on the Malfurion. Meant to say support, just the wrong team. What do I actually see here? Why do we have a Twilight Dream from Leo of Korea? Oh no. Did he misclick that when the web blast happened? Did he misclick? I don't know, but either way, we got a Ma going down. Zagara didn't really get a money Ma out of it, and well, she will lose her life for it. I am really curious as to this Twilight Dream. This game has gotten super interesting, ladies and gentlemen. But we do got heroics on both sides. We saw the web wrap, water elemental. We got the Judgment and Divine Shield still ready to go. The Wailing Arrow and Strafe are ready here as well. The pushes are good from Gamers2. They're still staying even on level, if not experience. We also have a Frost Armor here from Jaina. Look at that. Every 8 seconds, you block the next attack, reducing its damage by 75%. Not exactly a talent that I think a lot of Jaina's put big value into, but hey, a free block is a free block, I suppose. Now, we do actually have Void Slash at level 7 here from our Zeratul. It's not an auto-attack-centric Zeratul. Would you believe? Regen Master Gathering Power into Void Slash. And now Void Prison on top of it. Some very different builds in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Zarmini and ADRD looking to actually put some hurt here on top of Saichu and Nicker. They are going to get out of dodge. And it looks like the Stone Bros are going to get cleaned up. All the forts still standing, at least for Bob. Bottom fort kind of missing from Gamers2 in that bottom lane. Mid's looking very healthy. Top actually super healthy there as well. We haven't really generated any kind of bigger pushes. Bakery's left the game. That's going to leave us into a pause. So hopefully he'll be able to come back. Easy peasy. I think I got flash rained. I don't see the rain anymore. It's kind of gone. Yep. So for those of you in chat that keep saying, yeah, the casters are Zoya and Jester, it's really only me. Because Zoya went rip. I can't even contact Zoya anymore. His poor graphics card. I guess Bakery came back because they're asking for ready. So nice quick pause. Nice little break here for the players. And we're back into it. Saichu's just going to throw the flashlight out there on top of Zarmini. No problem. ADRD is still pushing in bottom like a boss. How much creep spread do we got? It's okay. It's really hard to keep spread against Johanna, against Vala, against Zeratul, Malfurion. A lot of spammable AoEs ready to go. And now we do got the big stun going into mid. Ethereal Angel, unfortunately, doesn't quite catch anyone with it. Temples are about to activate, and we got that level 13 talent advantage going the way of Bob. Mutalisk coming out, Shrink Ray, Imposing Will. Not... Oh, okay, Imposing Will, not the double Burning Rage. If you look at the Zeratul, you look at the Sylvanas, you look at the Vala, yeah, somebody had to pick up that Imposing. And I don't think a Nubrak actually can. So he picks up the Burning Rage, no problem. He gets it. We do got that Imposing Will after all. I hear a strafe going off, but I don't see really any kind of damage out of it. Johanna basically just cornered like a rat in the corner. We have a web blast now going out as well. Void Prison to try to keep Nicker going, but Yahweh has to blink out of that one. Backcheck is on the wrong side of that line of scrimmage. Now Leo from Korea is gonna go down. No tranquility, and no ice block on top of that either. Life Seed instead. He's trying to make up for the fact that he doesn't have Trank by picking up the Life Seed, but it will not work. Gamers2 down 3-0 on that exchange, and now a very uncontested boss is going to go the way of Team Bob. We do have Wormhole coming out. We have our own Burning Rage there on top of Johanna, and there's the Giant Killer on top of Arvala. Unfortunately, like again, I saw a strafe, I heard a strafe, I didn't see anybody's hit points moving. It was a hard battle for sure. Zarmany picking up all the shots into this bottom temple, and that will put us about half on the top fort. Yep, about half. We got 80 already there. We got Bakery again, Snitch. They're just crowding Nicker at this point, and in the corner he goes down. And once more, the double tank hype is working out flawlessly. Ethereal Angel's now starting to work on this top keep. While everybody's defending boss bottom, double temples have now gone over, and the sweet spot has occurred. Team Bob with a 16 level advantage. Blood for blood coming out from our one tank. Will it be the double with the Tyrael? Or will it be something blocking? Holy ground. It will be the blocking. Alright. Numbing Blast comes out there as well. Benediction and the Brute expansion for the double mutas. 16 is here, ladies and gentlemen. The magic of the temple. So what can Gamers2 do? Unfortunately, without that Twilight, or without the Tranquility, they have to kind of like do a surgical strike. They have to get in, get a kill, and get out. The problem is, the only people without escapes are Zagara, Uther, and Jaina. Jaina's not going to be super easy to get to at all. Zagara could be. She's big and fat and doesn't have any escapes. Has to use a Maw for disengage. That leaves you with Uther, who's not going to go down easy at all. So, like, even with a shock tactic, like to just gang up on someone, I don't think it's going to work. Like, Uther has a shield. You go on Uther, he cleanses himself in shield. You go on someone else, he just shields them. You go on somebody with nobody around Uther, and a lot of them have escapes. You know, even Zagara can Maw for the disengage. Sure, it's not a great Maw, but you let her live, right? Defeats the whole purpose of the gank. This is just bad to worst. Bad to worst. To the worst. Gamers2, I mean, you can see that they're deathballing. They're sticking together. They're 5. They need their strength in numbers. The problem is the strength in numbers can only go so far when you can't even leave your base at this point. As soon as they show any kind of aggression, you look at it. I mean, Bob just converges on him, and they're right back to guarding their walls. This is not a map where you can just sit back and guard walls. There's only one tempo here, and it's coming out bottom. It might start forcing us a little bit of a team fight, but we can't do anything until we even have 16. And speaking of, there it is. That creep camp was, or that mercenary, the mercenary camp and a creep wave. That creep wave was enough. So that puts us 16. We do got the one blood. Got imposing presence on Johanna. Okay. That's fun. Cold Embrace for the vulnerability, Tenacious Roots. Cool. I can deal with that. Double bombs. Not a problem. Nobody's going for this temple. In fact, now it's going to be aggression from Gamers2. Look at that blink forward there from Yahweh. Looking for some damage on top of the Ethereal Angel. They need to get a combo going. You need to use the Condemn into Jaina. Use a Void Prison on somebody else. You need to get this combo going. There's the Void Prison. But here comes the counter judgment. 80 already in the back there as well. Throws down the ball. The Malfurion is done. He doesn't have a Tranquility anyways. He throws out the Twilight Dream, and Leo from Korea, because he's so far forward, is just gonna drop. Invulnerability on top of the Anubarak. He is not gonna go down either. Now Nicker, he can't go anywhere. Vala's out, and the block is good. Zarmany is going to deny the retreat from Sylvanas, and there goes the Zeratul as well for the 5-man wipe. This could be core, ladies and gentlemen. The gate is down. We don't have anybody dead, and the 4-man push is going to call the GGs from Gamers2. That one talent pick, I think, could have ruined this game instantly. And at level 19 to 16, with only Malfurion coming up in the next 7 seconds, this is looking like game. Bob with the win. 2-0 here for the Hitbox EU Stormgrounds number 2. It looks like our first finalist will indeed be Team Bob. Don't let this fool you guys. 50% and 3 levels up. This is still GG. We're going to get the disengage, but remember, there's a boss. There's a temple. Temple bottom is not even going to get a keep, but you get the temple bottom, then you get the boss bottom. Now you're looking at a 50% core with a boss coming down on top of it. I really think that we actually could have ended that game. Even had it been, like, even if you YOLO'd the core, got it to like 5% or something, you have 3 forts and 3 keeps all still standing. There's no reason I don't think that we shouldn't have been able to YOLO that. But either way, level 20s are here. Double Hardened Shield, double Bolt, and the Redemption. Good luck killing anyone else today, Gamers2. It's 12-1 for the kills. The temple is still shooting down that bottom area. The gate is kind of done. There's the Void Prison. I see the Web Blast out there as well, but the engage is good. The Judgment, Zarmony into the back with that Hardened Shield. He's going to take down the Zeratul. A Zero Angel not dropping here as well. Saichu is going to be instead the prey. We got that one Maw down, and that's going to be the Sylvanas Nicker into the top. I don't think he can even kill Bakery. And no, Bakery's going to throw down the shield. He's still chasing him. Needs the stun. I don't know what Nicker's doing. I don't know what Bakery's doing, but boom. One heal from Leo Korea stopped that in its tracks. Could Bakery actually drop? He just turns right back around. Double stun, triple stun, and the Vala's gonna drop. The keep is not looking so healthy. No takedowns again coming out from Gamers2, and now we are finally going to seal that deal, ladies and gentlemen. So as I was just previously saying, game number 2 going the way of Bob. The Hitbox Stormgrounds number 2 has a finalist, and their name is Bob. Good game, well played. I gotta say, Bob in top form. I can't get over the name that the name's Bob. Like, even if they get picked up as a sponsor, it just needs to be like Bob sponsored by X. They need to keep the name Bob. It's just phenomenal. And Bob really bringing the hurt there. That is game, ladies and gentlemen, and that is all of our content today. So sorry about Zoya. Send him your energy, ladies and gentlemen. He kind of needs it at this point. Needs to spend some of that dirty esports money of his as well, get a new graphics card, but hopefully he will be joining us Thursday. Virtus Pro and Puchek team are actually still duking it out. One of them are going to be moving on to face up against Bob for that prize of $1,000. $500 will be secured to second place. So already, Bob has now put $500 into their coffers, and the winner of the upcoming series will also have, that $500 secure. The big difference is the bragging rights, the ability to say, yeah, we beat you, and doubling down on your money is what we're going to be seeing Thursday. So, that being said, guys, if you don't know, Thursday, same time, same place, right here on Hitbox TV/Stormgrounds, we will have our finals ready to go. You should probably be following us on the social medias if you want to know who the big finalists are going to be. You can also find us at stormgrounds.eu for all of the information, videos on demand there as well. I think all the games from yesterday are up, and we're going to be starting to work away on these ones as well. Last chance, though, for you guys today. We're doing a giveaway. Steel Series has given us 6 Sensei Raws and 3 QCK mouse pads. So you want to win a set of those? Tweet us today with your Hitbox username. Use the hashtag Stormgrounds in your tweet to join the Stormgrounds giveaway. And this is all thanks again to Steel Series. They are the best sponsors, and they make some of the best hardware around. That being said, it looks like we are done for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I've been the Four Court Jester. If you've been enjoying my stuff, feel free. Find me out there. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Four Court Jester. I will take any kind of your feedback. You want to follow me out there? It's where I do, especially on Twitter. It's where I do all my announcements. And you'll be seeing me and Zoya on Thursday for the finals. All the production here as well. Big kudos to Chaos TV, and thanks again to Hitbox for having us. We will see you guys Thursday. Enjoy the rest of the week. Remember, there's a big Gamescom announcement coming up as well. Keep your ear to the ground on that one, and we'll see you then. Have a good one.